So welcome to 7.2. So we reviewed combining like terms in the last lesson, and now we're going to apply that to solving equations. So let's review what we did last time. 7x plus x minus 9. You can combine, or combine means add or subtract. Combine the like terms, and then you leave it that way. 8x minus 9. You cannot do that actual subtraction because they're not like terms. Right? You add 3x because of that plus right in front of it. 9x plus 3x is 12x. 8 minus 2 is positive 10. Anytime it's positive, it's plus. Negative 2x plus 8x is 6x. Negative 6 plus 9 is negative 3, right? Or positive 3, I'm sorry. Negative 6 plus 9 is positive 3, so that's plus 3. Right? You combine the ones with the exact same letters, or no letter at all. 5x minus 7x, negative 2x, right? Because 5 minus 7 is negative 2. Negative 1 plus 4 is positive 3, negative 2x plus 3. All right, so now that's not an expression. So in the warm-up, those were expressions. There was no equal sign. Now this is an equation, right? You're going to do the exact same thing you did in the last lesson. You're going to combine the like terms. Positive 7 minus 2 is positive 5. And once I do that, look what I get. That's a two-step equation, right, from the last unit, unit 6. And we all can solve that, hopefully. All right, so we're going to simplify the equation. We're not going to solve it yet. We're just going to practice. All right, 2x plus 5x, 7x. Positive 6 minus 1 is positive 5. Since it's positive 5, that now is a simpler equation. It's 7x plus 5 equals 19. Same thing here, all right? We have 4x minus x, right, is 3x. 1 plus 10 is 11, positive 11. So now this equation is 29 equals 3x plus 11, a two-step equation. Now we have negative 3x plus 2x, which is negative 1x, which I'll write as negative x, but it's negative 1x. Negative 7 plus 9, positive 2. So we get the equation negative x, or the opposite of x, plus 2 equals 5. That also is a two-step equation. Okay, so now we're going to actually start solving these. So 9x plus x is 10x. 5 minus 2 is positive 3. So that's 10x plus 3 equals 23. That's a two-step equation. Two-step equations get rid of the constant on the same side as x. So 3, we have to subtract 3. When we get to a two-step, we're always adding or subtracting first. And so we get 10x equals 20. Then the second step of a two-step is multiply or divide. X is being multiplied by 10. You divide both sides by 10. And x equals 2. Now let's understand that answer. That is the answer. 9 times blank, the original equation was 9 times blank plus 5 plus blank minus 2 equals 23. And what you just found was the only number that you could put in the blank. And it has to be the same number in both blanks, by the way. The only number that you can put in that blank and make all that left side equal 23. There is no other number. This is the solution. The one number that makes that equation true. And that's what you find when you solve. Just to prove it to you, 9 times 2 is 18, right? And then 18 plus, and then that's where multiplied, and then I have to do order of operation. So 18 plus 5 is 23, plus 2 more is 27, or 23 is 25, then 25 minus 2 is 23. And you try to put any other number in there, you won't get 23. Okay, let's try it again. So 4x plus 2x is 6x. Negative 3 plus 5 is positive 2. So we write plus 2. There's our two-step equation. We know how to solve a two-step equation. You get rid of the constant on the same side that x is on. So 18 equals 6x. Divide both sides by 6. 3 is the only number x could be, the solution. I'm just going to keep doing that. Negative 4x minus 1x. Right, so this is negative 4 minus 1, right, which is the same as negative 4 plus negative 1. So that's negative 5x. And what did I say at the very beginning of the year? You have to be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide negatives for the rest of your math life, or it's just that one little thing is going to mess you up for the rest of your math life, because there's negatives every day now, all right, for the rest of your math life. Just like times table, if you didn't learn that, messed you up in the later grades, this will mess you up. You have to know that -4 minus 1 is -5, okay? Made my little speech. 5 minus 2 is 3. So -5x plus 3 equals 28. Okay, so that's a two-step. If it's add 3, you subtract 3 from both sides. -5x equals 25. X is being multiplied by -5, so you have to divide both sides by -5. And the only number that will make that all work out to 28 is -5. All right, 5x minus 8x is, right, 5 minus 8. Same as 5 plus -8, which is -3. So it's -3x. -3 minus 7. Same as -3 plus -7, -10. So that becomes -3x minus 10. That's our two-step. We add 10 to both sides. 60 equals -3x. Divide both sides by -3. Well, 6 divided by -3 is -2. 60 divided by -3 is -20. Okay, so we're going to find the perimeter here, right? We have some missing information. We have x, right? And but we know some things. We know this side over here is, I didn't say inches, but say it's that missing information plus 3. And then we also know this side down here is the 2 times that missing information minus 1. And we also know that it all adds up to 30. And this is a perfect use of equations, is that you have some information and missing information. But because we know the perimeter here, right, we know the perimeter, we can work backwards and figure out what that missing information must have been. So let's do that. X plus x is 2x, plus that x over there, that's 4x. 3 minus 1 is positive 2. So we get a two-step of 4x plus 2 equals 30. We subtract 2 from both sides. 4x equals 28. Divide both sides by 4. And x equals 7. What does that mean, x equals 7? Well, it meant that missing side was 7. This missing side was 7 plus 3, 10. And this missing side was 2 times 7, 14, minus 1, 13. And notice those three numbers add up to the perimeter, 30. All right, so we saw this as an expression. Now we're going to see it as an equation. So we know 1 pen is 3x. 2 pencils is x plus x, and you can write 2x. And 4 erasers, the erasers are 50 cents again, so 4 times 50 cents. But now we know the total cost. Since we know the total spent was $6, we can use that to work backwards to figure out what the pencil cost. And then once we find out what the pencil costs, we know the pen will cost 3 times that. Okay, so let's do that. 3x plus x is 4x, plus another x is 5x. So we have 5x. 4 times 50 cents, right? 4 times 5 is 20. Move the decimal. So that's $2. So there is our two-step equation, right? Two-step equations are going to be the last 2 steps of every math equation you've been doing for the rest of your life. 5x equals 4. Divide both sides by 4. Now, you get 4/5. Now, 4/5 in a normal situation is a perfectly good answer. But we want to know the price of this pencil, okay? And so, no one goes to the store and say, I'd like to spend 4/5 of a dollar on a pencil, right? No one says that. So let's make it money. So how do you make money, right? Well, there are 100 cents in a dollar. So figure out what the fraction would be out of 100, right? So 5 times 20 is 100. 4 times 20 is 80. So it's 80 out of 100. It's 80 cents. How do you write 80 cents? Well, you could write it as 0.8, but since normally you would write 0.8, I'd say, but, right, it's money. How do you write 80 cents? You write it like that, right? Because we keep this 0 because cents are hundredths. So we want to show the hundredths here, right? That's the only time you really need that extra 0 in an answer, when it's money, because cents are out of 100. So it's 80 cents. 4/5 of a dollar is 80 cents. And what does that mean about the pen? Well, the pen is 3 times 80 cents, right? Which hopefully you realize is $2.40. Now, I didn't ask all that, but I would like, when you want an answer in money, express it as money, right? Not as a fraction. Right, so let's just go review. What would half a dollar be? Right, half a dollar would be 50 hundredths or 50 cents, right? What would a fourth of a dollar be? Do that on your own. Well, 4 times 25, it would be 25 cents, okay? All right, so this is a typical question. We're not looking for the answer. We're looking for you to make this equation simpler. On the test, there'll be 4 of them. So negative 5x plus 2x, negative 5x. Well, that wasn't helpful. They both start with negative 5x. 5 minus 9 is negative 4, so we need minus 4. It looks like this one. Does the other 8 plus 3 is 11? Yeah. So that's the one that's simplified. And now notice, you can have things to combine on both sides. I really haven't been doing that, but you can. So let's practice. So this first one, 7x minus x, please do these before watching the answer. 7x minus x is 6x, 5 plus 6, right? This is positive 5 plus 6, this is positive 11, so that's plus 11. There's our two-step. Add 11 means you subtract 11 from both sides. 6x equals 42. Multiplying by 6 means you divide by 6, and x equals 7. Here you have negative 8x plus 5x. That's negative 3x. 9 minus 8, right, is positive 1. So 13 equals negative 3x plus 1. So I have to get rid of a negative 3x. Whoops, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. That's a two-step, right? And you should be, Mr. Ben, that's a two-step. You get rid of the constant. So you subtract 1 from both sides. You get 12 equals negative 3x. You divide both sides by negative 3. Negative 4 equals x. Find the x if the perimeter is 40. So we're going to add up all the sides. 2x minus 1 plus x plus 9 equals 40. 2x plus x is 3x, plus another x is 4x. Negative 1 plus 9 is positive 8, plus 8. There's our two-step. Subtract 8 from both sides. 4x equals 32. Divide by 4, and x is 8. Well, for a second I thought it was negative 8. No, it can't, right? And why did I get pause there? Well, because x can't be a negative number. The side of a triangle can't be a negative number. But it's positive 8. I got a little confused. So that is 8. I didn't ask you to do the rest of this, but 8 plus 9, that side is 17, and that side is 2 times 8, 16 minus 1 is 15. If you add up those three numbers, they add up to 40. All right, we're going to find the cost of the pencil again. So we have 2 pens, right? So 3x plus 3x, and you can just write 6x. Right, 2 pens, they're each 3x. 2 pencils are each 2x. And 5 erasers, they're 50 cents again. And we now know this adds up to $8.50. Now, I don't tend to write that extra 0 in the middle of my equations, and you'll see why in a second. So these add up to 8x. 5 times 50 cents is $2.50, or 5 times 0.5 is 2.5. Now, if you left the zeros, it's no big deal here, because they're going to go away. Right, it's 2.5. Now, oh, by the way, I could have cleared the decimals here, right, and had 80x plus 25 equals 85. But notice what happened here. Because they both end in 0.5, the decimals go away anyway, okay? So we have 8x equals 6, right? 6.0 or 6.00, those are all 6. Divide both sides by 8. So 6/8 is never a right answer. Why not? Because it's not simplified. So it's 3/4. So 3/4 would be a perfectly good answer. But this is money. So what is 3/4 of a dollar? Right? 3/4 of a dollar. 1/4 of a dollar is 25 cents. 3/4 of a dollar is 75 cents. That's how you write 75 cents, right? You say 75 cents, but you write a dollar symbol and a decimal point. We hardly ever write that in math. All right, that is also correct here, but get in the habit of writing it that way. It's a fraction of a dollar. It's a decimal. All right, good luck with your homework.